Kevin Anderson is a male South African tennis player. He became the top-ranked South African player on March 10, 2008 after making the final at the 2008 Tennis Channel Open in Las Vegas. He first achieved his career-high ranking of world number 17 in July 2014. On February 6, 2011, he defeated Somdev Devarman, 4-6, 6-3, 6-2, in his hometown of Johannesburg to capture the South African Open title for his first ATP-level event title. Anderson has represented South Africa in both Davis Cup play and in the 2008 Summer Olympics in Beijing. Collegiate career: Anderson played 3 seasons of college tennis in the United States at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. He was a 3-time All-American in singles and 2-time All-American in doubles. During his sophomore year, he won the National Doubles Championship with his partner, Ryan Rowe. The following season, he led the Illinois team to a national runner-up finish before again reaching the national championship match in doubles with Ryan Rowe and reaching the semi-finals in singles. During the summer of 2007, Anderson decided to forego his senior season at Illinois to pursue his professional tennis career full-time. Professional career highlights: 2003 to 2007, at age 17, Anderson entered his first professional tournament, a satellite in South Africa, winning 4 main draw matches in the 4-week tournament to earn a world ranking of number 1,178 from his only tournament of the year. He also finished the year with a doubles ranking of number 902. In November, Anderson entered his 3rd pro tournament and won the Botswana F1 to push his ranking to number 769. He followed that up the next 2 weeks in South Africa, reaching the final in F1 and the semi-finals in F2 to finish the year ranked number 665 in singles from just 3 tournaments. At age 19, Anderson continued to play at the futures level, exclusively in the United States, reaching the semi-finals of USAF 21 in August. In November, he played his first challenger event in Champaign, qualifying and beating number 192 Jan-Michael Gambill in the first round. He finished the year ranked number 766. In 2005, Anderson played his first pro tournaments of the year in June, again in the United States, reaching the finals of USAF 13 and F21. He returned to Champaign again in November, beating number 107 Kevin Kim to reach his first challenger quarterfinal. He finished the year ranked number 517. In doubles, he won a pair of USA Futures back-to-back in June and finished the year ranked number 530. In 2006, Anderson again waited until June to play his first tournaments. He repeated as a finalist in USAF 12, and then won USAF 13 before qualifying 2 weeks later in the Inetka Challenger and reaching the final to push his ranking to number 310. He recorded his first win over a top 100 opponent in the qualifying for the ATP tournament in New Haven, beating number 88 Chris Guction, before losing in the main draw to number 41 Arnaud Copyright. Anderson's most interesting result in 2007 was in September in the Challenger in New Orleans. He needed to qualify to make the main draw in both singles and doubles, and won all 13 matches that week to take the singles and doubles titles, beating 4 top 200 singles players in the top 3 seeded doubles teams. His challenger success in New Orleans helped him to career-high rankings at the end of 2007 of number 221 in singles and number 398 in doubles. 2008, Anderson began 2008 with a bit of success, reaching the quarters of the Challenger in New Caledonia before qualifying in his first Grand Slam attempt in Australia. He lost in the main draw first round to number 84 Alejandro Falla in 5 sets, but his efforts got his ranking to a career high of number 190. At the 2008 Tennis Channel Open in Las Vegas, as a qualifier, he managed to defeat 6th seed Michael Elodra in straight sets, 6-2, 7-6. In the second round he beat giant John Isner 7-6, 7-5. He beat Evgeny Korolov in his first ever ATP quarter-final 6-2, 6-0. In the semi-finals he won in straight sets against Robbie Ginpré to reach his first ever ATP Tour final. In the final, he fell to Sam Querrey in 3 sets. In the second round of the Sony Ericsson Open in Key Biscayne, Florida, he beat Novak Djokovic 7-6, 3-6, 6-4 for his first ever win against a top 10 player. At Wimbledon, Anderson and partner Robert Lindstedt of Sweden reached the quarter-finals before losing to the eventual tournament champions, Daniel Nestor and Nenad Simunja. Anderson also represented South Africa in the Beijing Olympics, defeating Komlevi Loglo before losing to Nicolas Kiefer 4-6, 7-6, 4-6 in the singles tournament and losing to Nicolas Almagro and David Ferrer of Spain 6-3, 3-6, 4-6. 2009, after a slow start to the year, he won the Sanremo, Italy Challenger in May, beating Blair 3/4 Cavalier in the final in 3 sets. At the Aigan Championships, Anderson won 3 matches to qualify, and then defeated number 57 Fabio Fognini in the first round of the main draw, before losing to number 46 Sam Querrey in the second round. 2010, at Wimbledon, he was narrowly defeated by number 7 seed Nikolay Davydenko after winning the first 2 sets, 6-3, 7-6, 6-7, 5-7, 7-9. Anderson advanced to the semi-finals of the 2010 Atlanta Tennis Championships in July, upsetting 5th-seeded Janko Tipsarevic in the first round. He qualified and reached the third round of the Rogers Cup in Toronto, beating Leonardo Mayer and Sam Querrey before losing to number 1 ranked Rafael Nadal. He then won his first Grand Slam match at the US Open over Somdev Devarman in straight sets, and backed it up with a 5-set win over TH26 seed Thomas Bilucky. 2011, he began the 2011 season by advancing to the semi-finals of the Brisbane International Tournament before losing to Andy Roddick in 3 sets, 2-6, 6-4, 2-6. He then went on to lose in the first round of the Australian Open to Blair 3/4 Cavalier. On February 6, 2011, at the SA Open he went on to claim his maiden ATP Tour title, by beating Indian Somdev Devarman 4-6, 6-3, 6-2, elevating him 19 positions in the ATP rankings to a career high of number 40. On April 4, 2011, he reached a career high of world number 33 after making the quarterfinals of the 2011 Sony Ericsson Open. At the Atlanta Tennis Championships, Anderson reached the quarterfinals as the second seed, defeating Michael Russell before losing in straight sets to Gilles-Mar 1/4 layer. Next at the Legg Mason Tennis Classic, Anderson defeated Chris Guction in the second round before being defeated by Viktor Troicki 3-6, 3-6 in the third round. At the 2011 Rogers Cup, he defeated Andujar in straight sets before shocking an out-of-sorts Andy Murray in the second round, easily winning 6-3, 6-1. He was defeated in the third round by Stanislas Wawrinka 4-6, 6-4, 4-6 in a tight contest. 2012, Anderson opened up 2012 with a third-round loss at the 2012 Australian Open. He followed it up with a win in Delray Beach, defeating qualifier Marinko Matrosevic in the final. At the French Open, he reached a career-best third round, where he was defeated by 7th seed Tomaso Berdych after winning the second and third sets. 2013, Anderson started the year at the Sydney International, where he reached the final but lost to Australian Bernard Tomic in 3 sets. At the 2013 Australian Open, he defeated Fernando Verdasco, 4-6, 6-3, 4-6, 7-6, 6-2, in the third round but lost to Tomaso Berdych in the fourth round, 3-6, 2-6, 6-7. This was his career best in any Grand Slam event. He played at Indian Wells, where he knocked out 4th seed David Ferrer. He reached a quarter-finals there, before losing to Tomaso Berdych. He reached a fourth round of the French Open, before falling to Ferrer in straight sets. At Wimbledon, he lost in the third round to Berdych. He reached a final in Atlanta in July, but lost his third final of the year in 3 tiebreaks to John Isner. 2014, Anderson started the year by reaching the fourth round of the Australian Open, before being knocked out in straight sets by Tomaso Berdych. He then reached a final at Delray Beach, before losing to Marin Oier in 2 tie-breaks. At the Mexican Open held in Acapulco, he again reached the final, losing to Grigor Dimitrov in 3 sets, with tie-breaks in the first and third sets. In the Indian Wells Masters, he reached a quarter-finals, after beating third-seed Stan Wawrinka in a hard-fought upset in 3 sets. He lost to Roger Federer in straight sets. At the 2014 Madrid Open, he beat Raid Gangstrom Tapernek, before losing to Tomaso Berdych. He repeated his success of 2013 by again reaching the fourth round in the French Open, before losing to fifth-seed David Ferrer in 4 sets. He then reached a quarter-finals of the AEGON Championships held at the Queen's Club, London, before losing to Raid Gangstrom Tapernek. Anderson made it to the quarter-finals of the Masters 1000 event in Toronto, but had a disappointing first-round, straight-set exit in Cincinnati at the hands of John Isner. Equipment: Kevin currently wears Lotto and uses Srixon for his rackets. His racket of choice is the Srixon 2.0 Tour. Personal: Anderson started playing tennis at age 6 and was competitive in 800m races at school. Anderson is in the midst of applying for United States permanent residency status. Anderson married his college girlfriend, golfer Kelsey O'Neill, in 2011. ATP Career Finals, Singles, 8, Doubles, 3, Singles Performance Timeline, Key, 1 Tournament. Or reached Final. Semi-final. Quarter-final. Round 4, 3, 2, 1. Competed at a round-robin stage. Lost in qualification round. Absent from tournament event. Played in a Davis Cup zonal group or playoff. Won a bronze, silver or gold medal at the Olympics. A downgraded Masters Series/1000 tournament. Or a tournament that was not held in a given year. To avoid confusion and double counting, these charts are updated either at the conclusion of a tournament, or when the player's participation in the tournament has ended. Current till 2014 Wimbledon Championships. Men's doubles performance timeline, top 10 wins per season, wins over top 10 players per season, ranking. References. External links: Kevin Anderson at the Association of Tennis Professionals, Anderson recent match results, Anderson World Ranking History, Anderson College Profile.